All right, ready for another deep dive. Today, we're looking into something a lot of you have been asking about. AI-generated kids videos on YouTube.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, specifically this YouTube video, making some pretty bold claims like, you can make thousands of dollars in just 20 minutes using AI.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? Thousands of dollars in 20 minutes from kids' videos. I'm a little skeptical, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see why. It definitely sounds like one of those too good to be true kind of things.
Exactly. But hey, we're all about exploring these online money-making schemes, so let's dive in and see what's what.
Yeah, let's break it down.
Okay, so for starters, just how big is the kids' content market on YouTube?
Oh, it's massive. I mean, we're talking billions, with a B, billions of views.
Whoa, billions. Okay, that's a lot of toddlers glued to screens. All right, so there's definitely potential audience there. But how does this whole AI thing actually work? Walk me through this supposed get-rich-quick scheme.
Okay, so the video lays out a four-step system, and it all starts with, well, music.
Makes sense. Gotta have those catchy tunes to keep the kiddos entertained.
Uh,
So how does AI fit into this musical equation?
well, step one is all about using ChatGPT.
Ah, ChatGPT, the ad everyone's talking about.
Exactly.
So you're telling me I can just type in, like, write me a song about a dancing dinosaur and boom, instant kids bop.
Pretty much. The video even provides specific prompts to use with ChatGPT.
Oh, really? Handy. So even someone with, like, zero songwriting experience could crank out some lyrics.
Yeah, that seems to be the idea. But of course, lyrics are only half the battle. You need the music to go with them.
Right, gotta have that beat to get those little feet moving. What's the next step in our AI symphony?
Well, that's where SoundDraw comes in.
Tandro, what is that?
It's an AI music generator.
Oh, interesting. So you feed it your ChatGPT lyrics, choose a style like kids pop or lullaby, and it magically creates the music.
Yeah, that's the basic idea. Supposedly, it creates studio quality music in seconds.
Studio quality. Okay, now I'm really skeptical. I mean, replacing real musicians with an algorithm, that's a bold claim.
Definitely something we'll have to look into. So, we've got our lyrics, our music. What about the visuals? We can't just have a black screen with words, right? Kids love animation, all those bright colors.
Totally. The visuals are key, especially for keeping those short attention spans engaged. Can AI handle that too?
Well, according to this video, yes. They recommend using Haleo AI.
Haleo AI, another new one.
This one's pretty wild.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What does it do?
Basically, it takes text prompts and turns them into video scenes.
Wait, what? So, like, I could type in a purple elephant riding a bicycle and Haleo AI would just create that.
In theory, yeah. It's like having an instant animator on your computer.
Okay, now that's just blowing my mind. But seriously, how good can the quality really be? We're talking about creating something that can compete with all the other amazing kids' content out there.
That's a great question, and it's something we definitely need to investigate further.
Okay, so let's say we've got our catchy song, our AI-generated music, and some sort of animation. What's the final step in this YouTube video factory?
Well, the video suggests using CapCut to bring everything together,
CapCut, that's a free video editing software.
right? You can use it to add the music to the visuals, throw in some captions, and basically get it all polished up and ready to upload to YouTube.
So it's like the glue that holds this whole AI Frankenstein monster together.
Pretty much. And they emphasize making those titles and thumbnails super eye-catching, too, because, well, you know YouTube.
Oh yeah, you got to grab those eyeballs in a split second.
Yeah.
So they suggest using, wait for it, ChatGPT to generate optimized titles and then some website called pixels.com for the thumbnails.
That's right. They're really trying to cover all the bases here, making it seem like a foolproof system.
Okay, so they've got all the steps laid out.
Yeah.
But is it really this easy? And more importantly, is it ethical? Can you really just replace human creativity with a bunch of algorithms and call it a day? And will YouTube even show these AI-generated videos to anyone?
So many questions. And you're right, we need to dig deeper into all of those issues.
We do. So buckle up, everyone, because things are about to get really interesting. We're going to unpack all the potential pitfalls, explore the ethical concerns, and try to figure out if this whole AI kids video thing is a legitimate opportunity or just another internet hype train about to derail.
Let's do it. Yeah, it's definitely raising some eyebrows in the ethical department.
Right. Like, is it okay to essentially be feeding kids content that's, well, kind of soulless, created by algorithms instead of, actual humans with hearts and imaginations?
That's a really important point. Kids need interaction, engagement, real emotional connection.
Exactly. And can you really get that from a bunch of ones and zeros? I mean, I'm not saying AI can't be creative, but there's something about human touch, human experience that just feels different.
I agree. There's a depth and a nuance to human creativity that's hard to replicate.
Totally. And what about the creators themselves? If everyone's just churning out these AI-generated videos, is that really a sustainable way to build a successful YouTube channel?
That's another big question. I mean, sure, maybe you can trick the algorithm for a while and rack up some views.
But won't people eventually catch on? Like, hey, wait a minute, this content feels kind of generic and repetitive.
Exactly. Building a loyal audience takes more than just pumping out videos. You need passion, a unique voice, genuine connection with your viewers.
Yeah, people can spot a soulless cash grab from a mile away, right? And speaking of algorithms, what about YouTube's all-seeing eye? Will it even show these AI-generated videos to anyone?
That's where things get really interesting. YouTube's algorithm is designed to reward high-quality, engaging content that keeps people watching.
Makes sense. So watch time and audience engagement are key.
Exactly. And while AI can help with certain aspects of video production, it's not a magic bullet.
So it's not just about quantity, it's about quality too.
Absolutely. YouTube wants to see creators who are building a community, engaging with their audience, producing something unique and valuable.
So even with all the AI tools in the world, you still need to put in the work, be creative, and actually care about what you're doing.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the legal side of things. Copyright laws around AI-generated content are still, well, they're a bit of a mess right now.
Oh yeah, the legal stuff. Always a joy. So using AI-generated music or images could potentially land someone in hot water.
It's a definite risk. You have to be very careful, do your research, and understand the copyright implications before using any AI-generated content commercially.
Okay, so we've got potential ethical concerns, questions about audience engagement, and legal landmines everywhere. This is getting complicated.
It is, and we haven't even touched on the financial aspect yet. That YouTuber was throwing around some pretty big numbers, claiming you can make thousands of dollars in 20 minutes.
Yeah, thousands of dollars in 20 minutes. That's what got me hooked in the first place. But let's be real here. Is it really possible to make that kind of money from AI-generated kids' videos?
Well, YouTube's monetization model is based on a whole bunch of factors.
Like what?
Views, obviously, watch time, engagement, ad revenue. And while some creators have definitely found success in the kids' content niche, it's not a guaranteed path to riches.
So those thousands of dollars in 20 minutes claims might be a tad exaggerated.
Let's just say it's wise to be skeptical of any get-rich-quick scheme, especially online. Building a successful YouTube channel takes time, effort, and a deep understanding of the platform.
So what's the bottom line here for our listeners who might be thinking about jumping into this world of AI-generated kids videos? Is it a legitimate opportunity or just a recipe for disappointment?
It's not an easy answer.
I figured as much.
There's definitely potential, but it comes with a lot of caveats.
Like what?
You need to go into it with realistic expectations, a clear understanding of the ethical and practical challenges, and a genuine commitment to creating quality content.
So it's not just about pushing a button and watching the money roll in.
Definitely not. It's about understanding the limitations of AI and making conscious choices about how you use it.
Okay, so AI is a tool, not a replacement for actual creativity and hard work.
Exactly. And never forget the ethical implications, especially when you're dealing with a young audience.
So much good stuff to think about here. This has been incredibly eye-opening. Before we wrap things up, I gotta ask, where do you see this whole AI-generated content thing going in the future?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
AI is evolving so fast, it's kind of hard to keep up.
I know, right? And its impact on creative industries is only just beginning to be felt.
Buckle up, everyone. It's going to be a wild ride. It really does feel like we're on the verge of something huge.
It is, and it's exciting, but a little scary too, you know?
Yeah, definitely a bit of both. AI could revolutionize how we create, how we consume content.
Right. But then there are those big questions like, what about human creativity? And what about the ethics of all this?
Yeah, those are huge. And what about jobs? Like, will AI eventually replace, I don't know, artists, musicians, writers?
That's the big fear, isn't it?
It is. So, okay, for our listener who's trying to wrap their head around all of this, what's the takeaway? What advice would you give them?
I think the key thing is to stay informed.
Okay, stay informed, make sense. And
Be critical. Don't just accept everything you see and hear about AI and experiment, you know, but responsibly.
so learn about the tools, but don't just blindly follow the hype.
Exactly. Figure out what AI can do, what it can't do. Use it to enhance your own creativity, not replace it.
And like you said earlier, always